Yes, KTU.
Although for maybe my KTU very freezing because one of the
Oh, are you referring to the explosions? Are you planning on doing the explosion strat? Okay, don't worry about that. We will just hope we don't crash. If you do crash, though, I will warn you, that will be a DQ. So, try and limit your explosions. We did learn that you don't really need that many in order to clear out a hold, so... Alright.
Yeah, so long as you place them strategically, it should be fine.
Yeah. Alright. So, going on set. 3, 2... Oh, what am I doing? It's already unmuted. I forgot to mute. God dang it. Terrible stream, everybody. Welcome back to more King of Score goodness. I'm your host with the most, Mr. King. With me today is Dr. Coke on commentation duty once again.
Hello, hello. Good to see everybody again, and good to see you, KTU.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Alright,
Right
KTU,
on, we got a hell of
our
an
final
event.
runner. Yeah, final runner of this week. Let's bring it all home. Please eat that blue raspberry hot dog, and once you're in, we're going to go ahead and let you go because there is nothing to reroll, so just good luck.
Yeah.
Alright, eat that blue raspberry hot dog. There we go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give you a deafen. You can go ahead and start whenever. Alright? Good luck.
Now this one ought to be interesting, because this is the last competitor that we got for Phase 3. So, at this point, whoever's making it on to Phase 4, that's the finalists.
Yeah, KTU here has already informed me they are worried. Their highest score during practice has been a 69.
Ooh, that might be a little bit bad, but hey, we've seen him perform really well under pressure, so I'm thinking he might be able to pull it in clutch today.
Yeah,
with the left hand is interesting.
It might be left-handed, that's truth be told. But yeah, no, this
Seems to be a
entire round has been an absolute mess of just trial and error, just trying to figure out what the score is. And to be honest, I'm glad it's over. I'm glad that the runners are going to go back to being slightly okay and happy again, because I think everyone has been miserable this week. Just not knowing, understanding anything with Blitz. Especially since free meat Blitz apparently has been the main problem. It seems like Blitz works with everyone else. It's just everyone has issues with this character in this. But yeah, we're currently leading.
People are really comfortable with.
Yeah, we're currently leading everyone together. Now we're going for the kills, taking a small hit, taking another small hit. Nice kills. That guy's panicked. That's going to eat the score. Oh, yep. Who knows who was guards? Who knows what anything is in this? So, again, we don't know.
Taking him out though.
Yeah, we don't know. We have no idea. They're going back to the supply point. No, they're checking to make sure everyone's dead. Nope.
Oh, got one more.
Yeah, we don't know if that was a guard or not. That's another thing. We don't know. Is the breach bonus done? Is everything set in stone? Who knows? Either way, if it is, that was a decent breach. If it's not, then that's going to be a flat 0.
Yeah, I really can't tell, and the score is definitely up in the air. I mean, mystery just seems to be the biggest thing of this phase. Nobody really is quite certain on how things work, because, like I said before, nobody's used to Freemy, and it's not really the most popular character and all, but, you know, most people are just left in a little bit of a bubble of ignorance, if you will.
I remember back whenever we ran free meat back in the last King of Score, a lot of people were uber confused. Good toss, not making it. That perception is slightly off. There we go. I know a lot of people were also very confused with how free meat worked, and we're just so far out of their comfort zone. Oh, not going for the touch, instead just opting to whack it. Okay.
Fair enough. Hey, if it works, it works.
But yeah, so many people were just so far out of their comfort zone, unsure on how free meat actually works. I saw so many deaths during that time. Oh, hey,
I think this might have been the most deaths that we've had at any character at this point.
Yeah, this is, who knows again. I think we got all the guards. I think we're good. But, yeah, big question mark. That's all I have to say is, was that good? It seemed good.
I would say so. He moved in aggressively, took out every single one, and from what I can tell, there's none left. No survivors is a pretty good run to me.
Yeah, so who knows? I think they're actually going to take a detour to their to their points. That's one thing I've noticed with this seed is I realized what I meant for you to do is this was a choice. Whenever you were playing a different character, you can either go storm the hold with what you got from your last supply point, or you can play it safe and head over to the supply point and do that. That must have scared them for a second. Judgment here luckily does not hurt you if you fall into the hole. It looks like it should. It definitely does. It does kill the Sozigs as well, but no, you're fine.
The burning lava is definitely sort of a indicator that it would probably hurt if you touched it.
But Judgment is such a weird hold. You gotta be careful with breaking your boxes because that could have fallen in there. And it looks like we're not buying.
And you're down a point.
Yeah, it looks like we're not buying. We're instead just going, grabbing the token to go ahead and spin for the next round. Now we're heading back to Concourse in order to go ahead and break our node.
Makes you wonder what's he saving for. He's getting a lot of points that he's keeping. So
they did mention to me that they are planning on doing the explosion strat that we've been seeing that's been popular from Aw. Carefully dragging the node down so we can break it.
Yeah, this one's a little bit of a unique strategy. I'm digging it so far. He's got a lot of showmanship.
Good stuff, and then bop, back, bop, pow.
And it is interesting to see a left-handed fighter because a lot of times one thing that I notice, especially in real-life gun competitions, I don't know what it is about the left-handed shooters, but they got magic to them. I mean, if you ever shoot in a real-life competition, whether that be target shooting, skeet shooting, or anything like that, I don't know what it is, but the left-handed people, they got magic behind a gun.
Alright, here we are in the hole free. We're going to... getting whacked on the way past. That was not what we wanted. Going for the shotgun. Never mind.
12. All right.
Never mind. Interesting. I can't wait to see how this goes.
This I'm actually kind of excited for. I always got a soft spot for the spaz in my heart, so we'll see how he does. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Spaz 12 in Free Meat is the same one as it is in the base game, correct?
Yes, there is no specialty thing going on with the Spaz 12 here. It's just a Spaz 12 with no modifications whatsoever. I love the Spaz 12. It is a very versatile shotgun. Whenever I ran this, I decided to keep it in pump mode against my better judgments, but it's just, you know, it honestly is better. Let's be real here. The clunkiness of the pump is very fun to use. So it's just isn't viable.
But the pump will give you more points, won't it?
No.
Huh.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool if it did, but no, it's just a different way to use the firearm. It's mainly used for if you get low pressure rounds like flares and Dragon's Breath, which I believe Dragon's Breath isn't a buyable shell. You can buy swags. You can buy the funny swag shells, and we saw how well the swag shells did. Both of the brothers that bought swag shells are deceased.
And if I recall correctly, even in real life, Dragon's Breath rounds aren't exactly the best thing that you want to use if you're trying to take out a person, especially for home defense for obvious reasons. I mean, if you live in a concrete bunker and don't surround yourself with anything flammable, then by all means, throw what you like at your intruders, but I mean, you know, any other situation, probably not really going to be worth it. But by God, they look cool.
Yes, Dragon Breath burning magnesium is a very fun thing. It's just not effective at all. Let's be real here.
I'll tell you what though, if you're looking to scare somebody off your property, I really don't think there's anything better. Because quite frankly, if I'm trying to break into somebody's house and I see a big fireball coming my way, I'm going to be rethinking my decisions really quickly.
Yeah, I cast fireball at you. Yeah, or
shoot a magic missile at your intruders.
Imagine being a robber and having Dragon's Breath shot you. Long or plus.
There's probably some case in Texas of that happening. Somewhere out in the South. I guarantee it.
Yeah, alright, buying the
God, imagine being
explosives.
that lawyer.
We have enough points to buy what's it called? The MP7 along with the spaz, so maybe that was their plan, was to unlock. Yep, they're going to
And
go for
sure
the
enough,
MP7.
you called it. And
All
let's
right.
hope he was paying attention to the last stream, so he knows how to get those 20 millimeters.
Mm-hmm.
Throwing out his shotgun ammo. What's he got planned here?
I'm not sure. I think they bought the shotgun as a panic buy?
I don't know. He was pretty quick when it came to buying it, so... I don't know. Me personally, I'd keep it. It's a nice backup weapon, and it works extremely well one-handed.
Yeah, it looks like they are going for the cell, actually. Yep, there's the cell thing. Okay. Oh, look, we're getting number 4. Okay.
Definitely going to be more of an encryption gun, that's for sure.
We, Bella's branch our poetry. We're a poetry club now? When did this happen?
We're a poetry club?
Yeah.
Man, I guess I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Good, I got the invite.
Ever since spam takes so long, true. Dragon reads books during first source.
Yeah,
That's
stay
pretty
tuned,
funny.
ladies and gentlemen, for first to worst story time. We're gonna be planning that in a couple of months. First thing's gonna be The Little Hungry Caterpillar, and an exceptional novel. Exceptional. Thrilling, too.
Yep, we're grabbing our FE.
Now, those caseless grenades, I found every time I've used them and taken hold, they're phenomenal. And I'm gonna say something a little bit controversial. Honestly, when it comes to underbarrel grenade launchers, I prefer the caseless.
Oh, we're buying a combination of bombs.
That is interesting.
All right,
I want to
that's
see
gonna
how
be
this gets
cool.
employed.
All right, I want to leave you to it. I'll be right back.
Now he's got the slam that he's going to be spawn locking. I really want to see how this goes, because he seems to be putting a lot of thought in his loadout here. Now, I got a soft spot for underbarrel grenade launchers, so... I really want to see some use out of that. I know it's not the most effective thing against armor, but, you know, it still has those style points that you just can't deny. He's moving through the encryption, blasting 2 of them, aiming at that third one, not taking the shot. Lining up the last few, not taking it. What does he have planned? Is he trying to get him in one shot? And it works! Oh, I spoke too soon, not quite. 2 shots. Just got that one to go. No enemies in sight. But he's not getting it. Curious, very curious. Now, one interesting thing that we've seen a lot of as of recent is a lot of movement. People have been taking their time, moving around, trying to make sure that when they get to that next point, that they are set up fine. Because quite frankly, ladies and gentlemen, what we've seen a lot out of Free Meat is we've seen deaths. A lot of people really just getting beat up from this single character. It's not what people are used to. The health is different. The enemies have a lot more armor. The weapons are a lot more limited. There's much less that you can do, and you really, really got to pay attention to your competitors before you if you want to maximize that score. And like King was talking about earlier, the score already is practically a mystery. I mean, I know me personally, when I was going into this tournament, I had no clue how the whole scoring system worked. I was ignorant as can be. But on here, even some of our pros are confused. Free Meat is not exactly the most common character that you'll come across. Probably not the one that Anton really thinks about when it comes to sort of balancing. I can't exactly blame him. It was kind of something thrown in as a meme.
It's in the mean test greeners for a reason, should be told.
Exactly.
And there's a reason why they on the tin it says one hit mode very hard. So
You could say that again.
let's be happy that one hit wasn't rolled.
I'm wondering if we will get that, because I'm not gonna lie, part of me really, really wants to see that. One-hit plays, while painful, are always intense.
It's dodged the roll several times. We did finally get human though.
Ah, that's nice. That way we'll have to start seeing some people popping some more health sosigs, you know, health getting down real low. We might even see some more deaths. Especially with Termin and Toby coming up next, that's gonna be ugly.
I will quickly let everyone in on a little secret. After Tibbs's run, he proceeded to do a practice run of the current rule set, and this is the first time I have ever seen him die. Was that practice run? So
I'll be damned.
yeah, it is going to be
even the
interesting,
legends
folks.
aren't safe.
Oh, we're
Tossing down
quickly-
the MP.
yeah, we're doing some inventory management, so it can be easier to manage. Yep, we're going to leave that there. We're going to come back for that later, I have a feeling.
I hope so. We've had a lot of people forgetting some stuff when it comes to like leaving tools behind and stuff like that. I mean, who could forget the poor guy who left behind his climbing hooks in the first round? That was just... that broke my heart to watch.
Well, what do you got right there? Well, there's egg and bacon, 6 sausage and bacon, egg and spam, egg bacon spam, egg bacon sausage and spam bacon sausage and spam egg spam bacon, and spam sausage spam bacon spam, tomato and spam. Where did the tomato come from?
Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. King is currently having a mental breakdown, so
No,
we're
that's
gonna
Baldric.
call the psychiatric ward for him.
No, that's Baldric having a mental breakdown. I'm just reading what they just typed in
Oh,
chat.
pardon me.
Lovely
Well, we'll call it
spam,
prevention.
wonderful spam, lovely spam, wonderful spam, spam. It's not a spam, lovely spam, lovely spam, lovely spam.
And I like how he's placing them down in nice, neat rows too.
Yep.
He's
Have you
very
got
precise
everything
with how he's placing
spam?
it.
Page as well. The spam, there's a spam egg and sausage spam, and there's not got much spam in it. I don't want any spam. Man. Why can't we have eggs, bacon spam and sausage? Right? That's got spam in it. It hasn't got that much spam in it as the spam egg sausage spam has it. Oh, that's Spanish splashes. Oh yeah, quick shout out to the water in this area having being deep enough to change the audio. Whenever you play something in it, that's really cool.
You know, I never actually noticed the water. And it makes sense. I mean, it is called spillway, but I don't know why I've never actually noticed that. I guess it's always been too hectic whenever I've been in this room. This is one of the more difficult holds of Institution. Not the most, by any means. There's plenty that outclass it. But it's one of those holds where it's like, if you're used to close-in combat, it's gonna challenge you a little bit.
Yeah, this is one
And
of the few rare instances of water existing in H3. The other one is in the desert range. There is
Which is ironic considering it's a desert.
Yeah, there's a
But I
fountain
can't exactly
just
blame him
out
for
there
not
in the
putting a
desert.
lot in.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how painful it is to code in water. I mean, I've seen it in plenty of VR games, and it's never implemented easy and rarely implemented very well. I can only imagine the coding nightmare that it takes to create. And also, speaking of spam, I actually learned something recently between our 1 hour break. Fun fact, the reason that the slams won't detonate each other if you place them and they aren't armed is because C4 as a compound will not be detonated by fire or explosives.
Oh yeah,
it's
true.
actually only detonated by electricity.
Yeah, true.
It's so, actually, funnily enough, it's such a stable compound that a lot of soldiers used to use it to actually cook stuff in their canteens. Like, let's say they wanted to heat up coffee in the morning, they would take a chunk out of the C4, light it on fire, and it would burn brightly, but it certainly wouldn't blow. Don't know if I would have C4 coffee myself, but you know what? Hey, desperate minds will do anything.
Alright, we're reaching the end of the slam lanes. Now it's going to be time to go ahead and just start putting down the grenades, and then after that we get to pray that KTU's PC survives. They've already warned me that their computer might not be up for the task.
And that's the thing, that would be heartbreaking to see him knocked out by something like that, especially considering he is one of our underdogs. We've talked about it before, about how last time when he tried to participate in the tournaments, he didn't really do too hot, but as we've been seeing from his performance thus far, he has absolutely proven himself. He has been sharp as a knife throughout this entire tournament, and I'm really praying that he moves on to Phase 4.
Oh, we're mining up here. Okay, I guess there's some guards that spawn here. Interesting.
Throwing a couple extra grenades down there for short measure. And one more at the bottom, of course. Throwing a little garnish of caseless grenades on top.
Yeah, Spillway was modeled after a Tokyo water spillway, so he's in home territory of sorts. True.
Well, I'll be. I didn't know it was actually modeled after a real place. That's pretty cool.
It's a really cool image. It's of the actual real thing. I don't know if I can track it down, sadly. White might have a better chance of getting it, though. Yep, here we go.
I can't imagine it's the easiest. Did you actually find it?
No, I'm talking, we're finally laying the grenades down.
I was gonna say, I was about to be impressed.
Coke has never played Mirror's Edge. Have you played Mirror's Edge?
No, I played Mirror's Edge. That was one of the first games that I ever got on Xbox 360. I begged for it at Christmas. But you're not telling me that this is actually one of, like, based off of a location in Mirror's Edge, sort of, like, similar location. You're not saying that, are you?
I don't know, man. I can't tell you anything about Mirror's Edge. That is a game that's been on my hit list for a while. I have not played it yet.
I've heard some iffy things about the newest one, the third installation, but the first, oh my god, it's phenomenal.
There's a third installation? I know a Catalyst. I think Catalyst killed the series.
I think that's the one I was thinking about. I don't know, it's been so long since Mirror's Edge was even in the news. However, one little thing that I've heard just on the grapevine, a little rumor that's made it past my ear, I have heard they are working on a new one.
Apparently, this spillway was modeled after the one in Mirror's Edge, but then that was also modeled after the actual Tokyo spillway. So it's an Ouroboros.
I'm looking at the picture that Jiso Man posted in the server, and oh my god, that place is huge. Honestly, beautiful. And now that I'm looking at it, I think I know exactly what. I think this did feature in Mirror's Edge. Come to think of it. I think I remember a little part in there with a bunch of scaffolding that you had to parkour over, and I think that might have been the same place.
Yeah, it is quite a interesting area.
Beautiful, beautiful game.
Yep, checking our grenades real quick.
I think he might be just about ready, but let's see if he has anything more planned. Picking up that MP7, and I think he's ready to go.
Yep, we're ready to go. All right. Putting that back down there because we can't store the MP7 in that smaller pocket. And now we're going to head back and finish our hold. I'm going to quickly just progress us in advance unless they die, in which case I'm going to be very sad.
I got my fingers crossed that he'll make it. Like I said, he's one of the people that I am absolutely rooting for. Gotta love an underdog story. And he's managing his inventory extremely well, I gotta say. I mean, most people would have just forgotten that MP7 in the haste and all the nervousness of being on stream, but he actually picked it back up. Yeah, he's a better man than me, I'll tell you that right now.
Alright, we're here in Garden. I wonder if they're going to attempt to set up now, or are they going to just lay the grenades? Yeah, they're going to lay the grenades first, okay.
Makes sense. If you throw down any slams, you'll probably just end up having way more detonations than you really need to.
I mean, there's a fun strat that I'm sad that no one has actually attempted to do, and that is you can use the laser trip mine on the slam itself and set those up instead. And I don't think anyone has done that. I think Baldric did it, but I think they kind of just did it as a joke.
I mentioned this in the last stream, but I think if we had this on classic game mode, we would see a lot more of that. I mean,
okay, you did actually fully do it, just to defend from patrols. Gotcha. Yeah, my ideal was instead of doing that to do the patrols, I was going to just set them up inside of the what's it called, the area, and hope that one of them triggers on one of the guards that spawns, and then it just blows up the entire room like that.
Kind of like a fuse.
Yeah, essentially like a fuse instead of coming in here later with these slams and just laying them down instead.
You know, I'll tell you what, for a man who wasn't too confident in his computer, he's laying down a hell of a lot of explosives.
Well, it's not the laying down the explosives that's the problem, it's the actual detonation of them.
So. Oh, and I have the feeling that when we see these things go up, we're going to see the frames go down.
Mm-hmm.
I just got my fingers crossed that we don't see that crash.
Yeah, maybe that's why he's not confident. Yeah. I watched Tim sit for 15 minutes waiting for the computer to catch up, and when it finally did, it really was a testament to H3. Yeah, H3 is such a resilient simulation game. Especially, it's mainly just down to the fact that it's so old at this point. 10 years. This is rivaling like what came out 10 years ago.
It was one of the OG Vive games, from what I remember. When I first picked up my headset, this game was at the top of the market, and from what I know, I think it still held that spot pretty well. I mean, I haven't checked the Steam top sellers on VR, but I wouldn't be surprised if this thing was still at least in the top 20.
It is constantly, for the last 2 years, it has been rated silver on top VR games played that year.
Which I gotta say, me personally, I'd hand it a gold, but I mean, I might be a little bit biased.
Yeah, there's always Blade and Sorcery that is the one that's been really at the top. So
I was just thinking the same thing. Of the 2 VR games that I would absolutely recommend anybody owns, it's this and Blade and Sorcery.
Though Blade and Sorcery, me and Blade and Sorcery have a bit of a feud against one another right now due to a game-breaking bug that Anton solved, but Blade and Sorcery still has with Unity. So,
and I think everybody shares a little bit of a feud with Blade and Sorcery, mainly with the casualties being controllers, TVs, glass windows, and anything around people's rooms.
Yeah, hello, random guard. How you doing? Just take care of that.
Pretty quick too.
That power of shotguns against Zosigs is very good. We're looking for Void to get. We're still on hold free. We're 27 minutes into this run. We're still on hold free.
Hey, you can't blame the man for preparing pretty well.
Yeah, H3VR is 7 right now, and Blade and Sorcery is 2nd. Yep. And the appeal of murdering actual human beings, it appeals to psychos. So they have that market cornered.
I'll tell you what, if you want to talk psychos, you ought to look at the Nexus mods when it comes to Blade and Sorcery. There are some horrible things on there that I won't even talk about on stream. You know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, ignorance is bliss.
Well done.
And the game is afoot.
Ooh, that's not looking good. Let's hope he can weather the storm. Please no crash. I'm seeing a little bit of movement on his end, so that's usually a good sign.
That's a great sound.
Oh, and you can just hear him popping off one by one. That whole place has got to be just a paint of mustard and sausage bits.
Wait, you can shoot the core? Yeah, Baldric, that's actually how you're supposed to do Blitz. It just turns out that if you get close to the core, and you can just touch it and instantly detonate it still. But no, you can actually shoot the core. That's what you do whenever you're playing Blitz and ND and you're just doing sniping only. You just snipe the shield dings and you snipe the core from afar. It's really fun.
You know, I can't entirely...
Wow, that was fast!
There he goes. Full recovery.
They were worried about their PC. I think that's the fastest I've ever seen a PC recover from that strat.
Well, he didn't have much to worry about then anyways.
Alright, let's go clean up. Let's hope that all the guards are dead. I did note in the last run, sadly, guards survived this strat, but that was mainly because, our last runner, Beep, did not know how to get 40mm grenades out of the weapons spawner, so they kind of just forego using them, and they just prayed that the slams were enough, and sadly, a few guards did survive, but this is a much bigger explosion that is very much guaranteed to kill almost everything, essentially, so we'll wait and see.
Even in a realistic environment, I mean, if the shrapnel doesn't get you, the pressure difference alone would be enough to turn you into paste.
Yep, it looks like it's all empty in here. Well, I say empty.
Oh, he's got one more.
I think that is a patrol guard, though.
I would hope so. He's got a couple more up top. Yes! I was waiting for that. I love the grenade launcher action.
And we got a Zosig coming in as well. There we go. Let's take care of them. They have a much better visual feed than what we do. I think there is Yep, there is a Sosik right behind them. That armor is resistant to essentially almost everything. Yep, we're using the grenades instead. Toss those away so that those don't get us.
Makes sense. If you can knock him off your feet, you can do just about anything you want to him.
Yep, and coming with the crowbar.
He's down.
Yeah, that is the universal constant. Is the crowbar is able to always kill these enemies. We've noticed. So yeah, we got some patrols coming in right now. I'm not sure.
Spaz, actually. Ooh, a little bit of a spray, but he didn't catch a bullet, so that's all that matters.
Taking care of them with the crowbar. I do believe we're going to go to garden in a moment. Checking to see if they're loaded.
You know, that's always the best way to check and see if your firearms are loaded. Look straight down the barrel. I learned that in gun safety class, trust me.
First Order / King of Score would like to remind you, our runners, do not do that.
Oh yeah, no. Don't trust me on that. Yeah, you probably, I don't know if I need to tell you this, but you probably shouldn't look down the barrel of your gun.
Either way, we're looking around right now. I guess we're just chasing down the stragglers that are coming in right now. Boop.
You're doing decently well with points. I mean, at this point in the game, you're gonna need every single point that you can get. It'll make the difference in the end.
Yeah, maximizing that breach bonus is also key, but also getting enough kills is also good as well. All right, we're swapping back over. We're leaving that here. So if we run into an enemy on our way to garden, that might be an issue.
Well, let's see how he does. I don't know if he's going to be using the slam in direct conflict, but...
Oh, speaking of, there is a Sosik yard there. We're going to ignore the shotgun, well, the attacks that we're getting. There they are. They're coming up now.
Here he comes with that crowbar in his left hand, shotgun in his right, trying to lure him over with sound. Oh, this is going to be brutal.
Yep. Boop.
Jumping out of there and attacking him. Beautiful ambush.
Down they go.
You almost got to feel bad for the Sausage. You almost got to feel bad, but on the bright side, they got a nice union, so you know what? It ain't too bad.
Yeah, they got a nice union. They have functional immortality thanks to being part of the union. They just come back and be repasted into a new link whenever they die.
I'll tell you what, as far as unions go, that's pretty good in my book. I mean, the most thing I hear out of unions is a lot of drama and petty coworker bullshit. So you know what? They seem pretty happy. I'll tell you what though, if they're taking applications, sign me up any day. Then again, getting shot every day, I don't know. Depends on the pay.
Yeah, we're quickly checking to make sure that no Sosik's going to be coming to interrupt us, because, like I said, during Magician's Run, they had a Sosik patrol come out of nowhere, and that scared the ever-loving crap out of them, because out of nowhere they had to deal with Sosiks while they were already set up in here. So at one misplaced round would have detonated a grenade, and it would have been all over. Oh, that's not good.
Oh. I don't know, those things only shoot about 3
Don't do that!
shrapnel pieces.
Ooh.
I knew he was going to be fine. They don't shoot many shrapnel pieces, and the chances of it hitting one of those grenades would be extremely slim. But if it did, at that point, he's due for some karmic bounce back. So I'd go and buy a lottery ticket at that rate.
All right. Finding our most optimal places to place our slams down. Apparently we placed all the way into there as well. Interesting. The range of these slams are very big, I do believe, so.
I'd imagine there's a lot of explosives packed in there, so we'll see how this goes. It's a shame that we can't see them used more as traps, though. I feel like that'd be certainly interesting to watch and see how people set things up.
You see, the thing with setting them up as traps, though, is you always run the risk of blowing yourself up. Again, back whenever we ran King of Score, the OG King of Score, I remember watching a runner literally tragically blowing themselves up because they decided to mine up the entirety of Red Room.
Oh god.
And it did not go well for them. They just they blew up and died. It was hilarious, but it was
And it's
also
always
tragic.
the most tragic way to end a run too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know me personally, I'm a big fan of Soldier of Fortune Frankie, and that M79 on there is just an absolute magic wand when it comes to just destroying Sosigs. But the problem is if you pull it out in the wrong way and you accidentally pull a trigger, congratulations, you're paced.
Apparently, the blast radius of the slam isn't that good. It's very directional. Okay, never mind.
Directional, huh?
You can be melee range of it and take no damage. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's why we combine it with the actual things that go boom instead. So.
Makes sense. I'd imagine those caseless grenades on the ground are going to do a hell of a lot of work when it comes to shrapnel.
Yeah, this could work for Breach Score in Classic too. Yeah, this strat can work anywhere. You just need to know what hold you're going to next. So.
And that's the beauty of this tournament, is a lot of our people playing have hindsight. They're able to watch other people's tournaments.
Ooh, there's a guard here. That's not good.
Please let there be no stray rounds. He's going out with that crowbar, taking cover real low. He knows exactly what he's doing. Oh, missed the shot, took a shotgun straight to the head. That's gotta hurt.
Hey, we got help from that.
He got rewarded for it.
At this point, if there was a guard here, I would be leaving because that sound has attracted even more of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be sticking around either. Playing it safe, even placing the explosives behind the dead end.
The dead ends, you don't have to do that, actually. Sosigs do not path or spawn there.
I'll tell you what, though, better safe than sorry. If I was in his shoes, I'd be putting them everywhere, hell, even the ceiling.
Yeah, we're just quickly confirming. I hear another Sosig. They are getting attracted by the sound of grenades being dropped, so we definitely have to be fast. Yeah, I'm hearing them come in. I'm not sure if, what's it called, they have heard. Yep, they've heard it. They're hiding now.
Oh, that's not good. And I think he hears it too. That crowbar's coming out, so you know some action's about to happen.
Nice. There's another one. Yeah, we're calling him over. Hell, at this point, I would just run. Get out of here. Yeah, we're just running.
I don't blame him.
Smart, smart.
That is one of the nice things about H3's AI, is that they are attracted to sound. You don't think that's a really major thing when it comes to AI, but when you actually look into it, a lot of NPCs in a lot of games just do not hear. It's a lot less common than you think it is.
Just for sure to kill the patrol with the grenade. Yep. Oh, hello. Got a guy in spillway. Well, not spillway. In inclinator real quick. There we go. There we go.
Ooh,
that crowbar.
him.
Yeah, that crowbar is deceptively powerful. I wonder how powerful it was during the Zeke Zombie Hunter run. I wonder if that would have been a great run.
But I think this crowbar might be a different one than the one in Zeke Zombie Hunter, because I think the paint might be a different color.
No, you are misremembering. Back in the early days before Free Meat was around, that crowbar used to be yellow. It is the same crowbar, but Anton has just repainted it red.
Huh. I wonder what the reason for that was, but I knew I wasn't tripping. I knew that I remembered a yellow crowbar. I just couldn't pin it where.
Yeah, no, literally, Anton just repainted the crowbar one day and to be red in order to match Half-Life. That was literally the entire reason for it.
Huh. You know, Anton could have done the funniest thing and had a Mandela effect. He could have just said nothing and have us all just be arguing about it for years and years on end.
Well done.
And here comes a lag, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh
God, I wish we could have a camera in that room.
Yeah, sadly, I did decree that you were allowed to put a camera, but that happened too late in the run, so no one attempted to do that. So,
and even then, you know, it'd be nice if we could have like sort of placeable cameras, like in the the newest update where they're adding stuff for games like levers, triggers, and stuff like that. It'd be really nice if you can make a save of Institution or any other take and hold map where you just have a nice setup of pre-placed cameras. Anton, if you're listening, just saying.
That'd be a very fun to have a surveillance room that what's called we can tap into. I don't think that's possible at this point, but that would be really cool. Either way, that is all the explosions. Now we're heading, making our way to Garden to clean up. There's not really a reason to go to our supply points, where the supply point tokens do not equal score anymore. That was a thing back in very old Taken Hold that you wanted that supply point, and if you just didn't get that supply point, because that was a possibility, supply points were random, you were SOL.
Yep, you would end up just losing out on the score. There we go, taking out that flying mine.
Yep, we're going to
you know,
ignore
it's
that
smart of
part.
him to keep that shotgun on him, because the shotgun works wonders for those flying mines. It gets right between the armor, and you really don't need much to detonate them.
Alright, we're going in. We got a, yeah, one of those guards. There we go, take care of that. I believe everything in
I love the
should be
sprint
dead.
he's got going on.
Walk right past our supply point. We're going to ignore them. And we're going to go right into garden. Everything is completely smashed. There are no guards, so we are good. Hopefully that means the breach bonus is clear. Alright, now we're just going to clear.
Knocking him down one by one.
Yeah, we should
So
start.
far, no resistance either, and he's got the encryption up. Core's exposed, we're blasting it open, and he is good!
Oh,
Well done.
Ah, they're
I think-
through.
I think he made it!
5 overrides.
Yeah, they're very happy. That was their
That was
their
his
PB.
best run.
To interface.
That was their PB. What a triumphant finish. 738,000. That makes them safe.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I've seen KTU, he performs the best under pressure.
That
Even in
is
his practice
third.
runs, he didn't even perform as good. He's
That is
third?
third. Yeah.
Oh my god! He might actually
Podium.
be making it to the end.
Yeah, podium right there at the end. Sorry, Baldric. Alright, let's undeafen them. See, you had nothing to worry about.
yeah. 703.
8000. PB. Right there at the end. Congratulations. You are you are bronze. That
I'm
was
very happy.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
You did phenomenal, man. I gotta say.
Yeah. But yeah, that is bronze for this week. You took podium. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna be looking forward to seeing him in Phase 4. Now, Phase 4, we got a lot of interesting stuff coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
Things are going to get rough. The dice are going to be out for blood from here on out. And start off this is literally freaking Toby on Northwest Dakota Freehold. So that's going to be very fun. I can't wait to see what our runners do. KTU, once again, absolute stellar run. I like the strat of actually going to get some more extra tokens so you can actually buy the shotgun. That was interesting.
Yeah, you played your inventory very, very well compared to everybody else. You were extremely focused on laying out your slams properly, your grenades properly. Everything was very precise, and you love to see it.
But yeah, that was one heck of a run, one heck of a way to close out the week. Solid, sadly, is gone. We do have one 696420. Magician barely makes it with that score, so not a full clean sweep of 70Ks. But hey, what are you gonna do? But yeah, congratulations, KTU. We will see you next week.
Thank you very so much. Yeah.
All right.
We're looking forward to it, but ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We got more where this is coming from.
Yeah. All right. I have already sent out the scheduling to all of our runners. We're just going to wait for them to go ahead and get a schedule run in. And we don't know when our next run is going to be yet. We will find out later. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us for this. We'll see you all back here again sometime next week for the fourth round. We have 3 more
Have a good night,
rounds
ladies
today,
and gentlemen.
everyone. Yep. Later.